Hey, I'm New York Nico.
And I'm Sam Morril.
And we're the guest judges on Pizza Wars this week.
We're kind of like Judge Judy, but with bigger hogs.
Few foods tug on the heartstrings quite like the grandma slice. Reminiscent of the old school pan pies grandmothers would cook at home, grandma pizza is a New York icon and a certified comfort food classic. I can't think of anyone better for a grandma pie showdown than Norma Knepp. Norma taught herself how to make pizza at home more than 10 years ago and went on to win some of the pizza world's most prestigious awards. Our judges today are New York Nico and stand-up comic Sam Morril. These guys are New York natives and really love their grandma slices, so you know I need to bring my A game. Norma, I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, Nicole, I'm so happy to see you again. It's been so long.
So, Norma, your story is very, very interesting. You started at the Roots Country Market in Pennsylvania. Tell us a little bit about that.
It was a lot of luck. My husband and I had a caramel corn stand at Market for a lot of years. His parents had it since 1928. A pizza stand became available because they never had fresh pizza there. And the market master asked me, Norma, can you make fresh pizza? I said, no. I said, but I'll learn. I said, I'll learn. So anyway, I went on pizzamaking.com, and that's how I learned to make pizza.
Pizzamaking.com? No way!
Yeah, then I went on to win the Caputo Cup, and I don't know how that happened.
Oh my gosh, how big of a deal is that?
That's a very big deal. That's one of the biggest things to win the Caputo Cup, yeah.
Yeah, it's better than this. I'm just joking. So today's challenge is all about the grandma pizza. Why was the grandma pizza the pizza you wanted to try today?
I never really wanted to try it till about a month ago. My daughter lives in Brooklyn now, my one daughter, and we were coming down 78, and we stopped to get gas, but here I saw there's a pizzeria there, and I looked at their pizzas. They had New York style, and they had grandma. The grandma's pizza was delicious.
It was good, huh?
It was delicious, and I never really tried it anywhere else before.
What makes this a grandma pizza?
It's a grandma pizza because it's thinner than a Sicilian. You know, grandmas made this kind of pizza years ago, just like they made Sicilian pizzas. The pizza I had was really thin, like a New York style. It tasted something like it, but it tasted altogether different.
Okay, Norma, I cannot wait to try your pizza. So go ahead, take us through your pizza.
What I did was oil the pan, and then you try to stretch the dough out to fit the pan. Then I put some garlic on top of that. First thing I'm gonna do is spread the mozzarella and other cheese right on top here, and put it pretty close to the edges because I don't want the edges to puff up a lot.
Something interesting about grandma pizzas, cheese goes down first before the sauce.
That's right, yeah. And next we're gonna put the stick oregano that I took off the stick. This is a Crinkos, a Greek oregano. And now I put my tomato sauce on, it's in dollops. Okay, now I'm just gonna drizzle a little olive oil over the top. It's just
nice.
Melt the flavors together. It's about ready to go in the oven.
Okay.
Pizza's out of the oven.
Looking so good.
Oh, thank you.
Corner slice for me.
A corner slice for you, alrighty.
Oh, I like the way this looks. It's like thin and crispy, and then the sauce is just a perfect amount for a bite. Cheers to you,
Cheers
Norma.
to you, too.
Thank you
Cheers.
so much.
It's hot.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so crispy.
Could be crispier on the bottom.
Crispier than this?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Well, I think my dough should have been thicker. The dough wasn't enough for the pan, I don't think. So, it's okay. It's not what I wanted.
You know what, Norma? Sometimes we are our harshest critics. Despite everything you're saying, I think your pizza, it's amazing.
Oh, thank you so much, Nicole.
So, Norma, I'm up next. It's gonna be my very first time making a grandma pie.
Oh my.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
I'm anxious to try it.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Norma, your pizza was excellent.
Oh, thank you, Nicole.
Guess what I'm making today?
grandma pizza with meatballs.
That's right. I made this a little Sunday sauce. I'm so excited. So I've seen some people make grandma pizzas before, and usually they make the cheese go to the edge, and yours is really tasty with the cheese to the edge, so I don't know if I'm about to make a big mistake, but I'm gonna leave a little crust around mine. I'm just a crust girl.
You know, I don't think there's any one certain kind of grandma pie. Different places make them different ways.
I'm putting my sauce down, and I'm just gonna go across. I'm gonna put some fresh mozzarella down. This is gonna be like a little placeholder for our meatballs. So we have our beautiful meatballs. They're equal part ground beef, ground veal, and ground pork. I'm gonna slice these meatballs in half so everybody gets a little bite. I'm a savory and sweet girl, so I'm just gonna throw a little roasted red pepper all over this. Sometimes I'm doing too much, Norma. I haven't seen a grandma pie like this in the city, but you know, this is what I'm known for. I just gotta take it up a notch. So I got the sauce down, the meatballs down. You ready for me to put it in that?
I'm ready. Go right
Okay,
ahead.
let's see what happens.
Oh my, that's nice and crispy and everything.
It does. So what I have here is a little bit of sweetened with honey ricotta, and I'm just gonna give a little scoop to each one. I'm gonna put some of this beautiful translucent fried basil on top, and then I'm just gonna finish off with a little pecorino. That's my grandma. Ready?
Beautiful, I'm ready.
Cheers, Norma.
Cheers.
Thank you
Thanks
so much
for making such a beautiful pizza.
I'm gonna get a little ricotta on mine. You gotta have the meatball.
Great idea. Delicious.
No, the meatball is insane.
The crust is very tasty. You can tell it's a longer fermented dough than a day. The meatballs are delicious. The basil is very creative. The cheese is good. I give this a really good rating.
Thank you so
It's-
much.
It tastes very good.
Norma, we had 2 delicious grandma pizzas today, but are we ready to go to the judges' table?
Not me.
I don't feel like I'm ready either,
yeah,
I have to tell you. Our 2 judges today, we've got New York Nico and comedian Sam Morril.
Great. They
Are you
sound-
ready?
I
Do you know
am
those guys?
ready. Well, I don't know them personally. I heard of them.
Welcome to Pizza Wars.
All right, let's do this. First slice. Let's go. Yeah, I went all in. I look disgusting right now.
That's really good.
That's a good meatball, too. What do you think?
A little sloppy.
The cheese?
A little sloppy.
The cheese
I mean,
a
everything
little.
together. You can't, I mean, what are you supposed to eat it with a knife and fork? I'm not trying to pull a de Blasio on camera.
I like the meatball a lot. I am vegan. I'm kidding, I'm not. The meatball is great. It's enormous, though. I want smaller pieces, you know?
I like the crust. The crust is really nice. Like I said, it's kind of sloppy. It's already falling apart, you know?
This is like my body on the beach. That's what this slice is.
I feel like the proportions are everything. You know, you don't want to have too much sauce. You don't want to have too much cheese. You don't have too much dough. So that's the most important thing to me.
I finished this. I'm still hungry. I want to keep eating. So.
I'm starving. I popped my lactate. I'm ready to go for the rest of the day.
Hell yeah.
So this is our second slice.
That's good. I could do with a little less sauce on top here, but it's good.
A little too sweet for my liking, but maybe that's just because I got a big bite of sauce. But come to think of it, it's not very evenly dispersed. What do you think?
I like how cheesy it is. I think I got a little burnt cheese here at the end, but yeah, it's a lot of sauce. So the sauce on top is a very bold, that's what makes it the grandma, right? Otherwise, it's just the Sicilian.
Well, I always thought that the difference between the Sicilian and the grandma is just the amount of dough.
I had no idea.
The grandma is thinner, and the Sicilian, they let it rise for longer. Crust is great.
Yeah, it's good. It's just too saucy, but I like this one. This one's a little more manageable.
Nico, Sam, Norma and I worked so hard on our pieces today. It was so much fun working with you,
Oh,
Norma.
yeah, it's so much
my
fun
God,
working with you too,
It was
Nicole.
good to have you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, guys, tell us what you think.
Both were, you know, they had their moments, you know. The first one, the meatball just overwhelmed me. The meatball was delicious. I mean, if we had those in little tiny meatballs, then we both could agree they'd be, you know, fantastic. I think on both there was too much sauce, which, like, I don't know if you ever had sex and there's too much lube. It's kind of like that.
Wait, who complains is about too much lube.
Have you ever had too
Continue.
much?
No, I don't know. This is, you take me on
Okay,
this.
well, I'm telling you, too much is not good either. A little bit's good.
I had the same issues as Sam. I feel like the first one was a little sloppy. It was falling apart in my hand. Like he said, it was very hard to get to the meatball. I didn't even get a bite of it. I had to like.
It was
eat
like
with
trying
my
to find the
hands after.
clitoris. I was like, what are we doing? This is insane.
The crust on both of them were phenomenal.
Okay, we can't take it anymore. Norma and I, we can't wait. Who's the winner?
Pizza number 2, which is also what I'm going to be taking after eating both of them.
This is Norma, you won.
Your pizza was so good.
No.
You can't beat a grandma and a grandma sauce.
I know, that's right. There's nothing left to do but to give this to you.
Thank you so much.
You're
Nicole.
welcome.
Oh, my goodness.
She's so sweet.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I think this is the most beautiful thing.
I think
like-
so too, and they only
It's
about
a gold pizza slice. Oh, so neat. This is really special, though. Everybody's been so nice to me here. Oh, I'll be proud of this forever.
Oh, that's so good.